Good Wednesday morning to you all. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hopefully you got your coffee out. We got some big news items here. Charlie Kirk honored at the White House. We're going to talk about that. $1.4 billion fine. It is allowed to stand, apparently. Don't say hurtful words. It could cost you over $1 billion. That's the country we live in now. Another peace treaty about to be signed, and yes, President Trump is at the center of that one as well. Even Trump's political opposition has to admit that Gaza is a really big deal, and Obama is not, though. Obama won't say it. And we're giving another country a $20 billion loan, and we got a big update on China trade war, and reports coming from you guys about issues with water, orange juice, eggs, and more. We got that and a whole lot more. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your updates that you guys are sending in from all over. If you have something to share, make sure you use the word update somewhere in your comment. That does get it to the right place. All right, we do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. They help people with retirement accounts. You can do traditional IRAs, 401ks, you can do Roth IRAs with physical precious metals with your serial numbers on them that are sitting in vaults. You're not sharing that metal with anyone else. Metal in your retirement portfolio that belongs to you, that you will receive when you take the distribution out of that retirement account. It's a way for you to invest in precious metals because they got a long way up to go from here. If you want to find out more about what you can do with your retirement account, there's a link at the end of the video. Just tap that, fill out your information, and they'll get in contact with you. All right. Former President Biden, former non-president Harris, and former President former President Clinton, the Clinton that actually got elected, have all commended Trump for securing Gaza. The Gaza ceasefire, and the hostage deal. All of them are recognizing that this is a tremendous achievement. Obama celebrated the agreement, but did not even mention President Trump by name, which is kind of odd since it's like literally his deal. I mean, he's the one who made it happen. He's the one who got everyone to agree to it. He and his team negotiated it all the way through. This is something that President Trump was very much at the center of, and it's driving a whole bunch of his political opposition a little crazy because all they could ever do during the Obama administration and the Biden administration was start wars. Only President Trump is actually stopping wars. All right, speaking of that, President Trump is to attend to the signing of the Thailand-Cambodia peace deal. So he and his representatives have helped Thailand and Cambodia resolve their fighting and resolve their clash up in the mountains. He will attend the signing ceremony at the upcoming summit of Southeast Asia nations. And tensions between Thailand and Cambodia reached a boiling point in July, and it was the deadliest military clash in decades between the two. More than 40 people did not survive, and about 300,000 had to flee their homes. All right, just yesterday, President Trump awarded Charlie Kirk the Medal of Freedom, which is the highest civilian award an American can be recognized by. His wife, of course, receiving that award, and promising and promoting to continue the work of Charlie Kirk in this generation. The Turning Point USA even announcing that they're going to have a alternate Super Bowl halftime show that will be available for everyone to watch instead of the garbage that is probably going to be on the mainstream networks. The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected Alex Jones's challenge to the $1.4 billion defamation judgment. So he said horrible things, honestly. I'm not going to defend them. I don't like what he said, and I think a lot of people did not like what he had to say about Sandy Hook. But I think most reasonable people would agree that $1.4 billion for saying stuff that we all don't like is a little bit insane. It's a little bit over the top. $1.4 billion. There's no chance that he's ever going to pay it. Why don't they just call it $1 trillion? I mean, that's just crazy. I mean, I don't think that people should say things that they shouldn't. I don't think that people should say things that are offensive. But yet, hey, there's all these people in Portland doing stuff that I find highly offensive. Why can't we slap them with $1.4 billion judgments for each and every one of them? That's a question I'd like to ask a judge. Anyway, President Trump has agreed to welcome Argentina's President Milei to the United States as the United States has extended a $20 billion lifeline to the country. Basically, they're trying to stabilize their currency, and it's not going well. And that's why the United States has stepped in, basically authorizing loans up to $20 billion in order to convince the creditors of Argentina that they will be able to continue to make their payments and that they will be able to continue to pay their bills. And that is supposed to get them to be in a better place. Hopefully, Argentina doesn't need all of that money. And even more, hopefully Argentina actually pays back whatever it borrows. But don't hold your breath on that, because the United States has a long history of loaning people money that never gets paid back. Argentina is a critical country, though, that China is trying to get its hooks into. And it's kind of a critical point down there, down the south of South America, right? Argentina is all wrapped up around the bottom there in Chile. They control how and who gets around South America. All right, China has said that they will fight to the end in a U.S. trade war. China says that it's ready to fight to the end with the United States after President Trump said that he will impose a 100% tariff. This is in addition to what we already have on the world's second largest economy. That would take tariffs up to like 150%. So if you want to buy anything from China, like say from the Dollar Tree, you might want to be aware that it may go up in price significantly, or more likely, you just won't be able to buy those things for a time. With a 150% tariff, importers are just not going to import from that country. They're just not going to do it. They're not going to import, pay all those tariffs, and then put it on the store shelves just to be put next to something that came in 2 weeks later after the trade war is over, and they didn't have to pay the tariff. That's just not going to work out so well for them, right? President Trump saying, if you wish to fight, we shall fight to the end. If you wish to negotiate, our door remains open. This is to China, of course. Google, on the other hand, has decided to invest $15 billion in India. Now, money goes a lot further in India. So $15 billion, I don't know if they're planning on just buying a whole state of India, because you could probably do that for $15 billion. Anyway, they're going to build the largest artificial intelligence hub outside the United States. I mean, do we know which side of this whole World War III India is going to land on? Because they keep going back and forth. Is that really a good idea, Google? I don't know. But President Trump has been asking American companies to prioritize domestic investment. So naturally, Google goes off and drops $1 bazillion on India. The United Nations and the Red Cross have demanded opening of all Gaza border crossings to allow in aid due to the terrible humanitarian situation there. And Hamas will, of course, get its big cut, probably. Hamas, by the way, executing people in the streets right now. They're trying to solidify their control of Gaza, and so they are literally lining people up in the streets. Anyone that they think wasn't faithful enough to Hamas, and then just gunning them down. It's mass executions in the streets. Not exactly the peace we had hoped for, I don't think. But all the Palestinian protesters are not protesting that, but maybe they should be. Happy Gardner says the orange juice issue. While babysitting my grandkids last Wednesday, I went to get some of the kids some OJ. A few days earlier, a gallon jug was purchased, but I couldn't give them any, as within a few days, the juice was already fermented. I don't know if anyone checked the date, as the bottle was discarded the day before I was there. Like I said, from our inside sources at an orange juice factory down in Florida, they are mixing in more and more foreign orange juice that is extremely bitter and very little sweet Florida orange juice, and the mix is coming out very bitter. It may not be fermented, it may just be that bitter. They just don't know what to do. They're trying to throw sugar in there, but of course they're not supposed to do that. Orange juice is expensive, and the quality is just terrible right now. Janet says, bought raspberry muffins at Costco last week, and within 2 days they were already moldy. Never experienced that before at Costco. Things are just going downhill everywhere. The quality of... America is awesome. America is one of the best places in the world, but America of the 2010s just seems a little better than the America of 2020s. Am I off base there? The 2000s, better than that, it seems like. It's just sad to feel the country kind of like in decline. The quality of just everything just seems to be going downhill. And the prices are going uphill. Larber says, last few times I've been to Sam's, the water has been almost sold out. A number of people commenting about jugs of water just disappearing. Not sure what that's about. Could be a supplier issue in a certain area. Is anyone else seeing water jugs disappearing? Paul says, I am near Cincinnati, Ohio. I have another update and found out a second reason why my electric bill has been so high. They transferred me to a third-party electric company without my permission. That charged a lot more on delivery fees, so definitely keep on top of that stuff out there so that the same thing doesn't happen to you. It's not right, but that's the way the world seems to work. So, yeah, please do keep an eye on your bills. Know when your bills are higher than what they should be. And also, on top of that, read your bill every so often and look for anything that just seems weird, right? And comparing them to somebody else is always a useful thing to do as well. But June says, hospitals in Oklahoma are out of morphine. They are substituting with other meds, but my husband is having emergency surgery today. He has been in 2 hospitals since last Friday, and both have had to substitute out the morphine, stating they are out. No reason given. That's concerning. Are all the leftists using that in Portland? I don't know. John says, Seven Hills Publix in Cedar Crest, Georgia. Generic bacon bits, almost $8 a container now. Dove bars came down 20 cents a box. That's good news there. Those Pillsbury Halloween sugar cookies are getting scarce. My guess, folks have cut that holiday luxury out of their food budgets. They had 0 Halloween pumpkin cookies left over after buying 2 boxes last week and only 3 boxes of ghost cookies today. So just their bakery is not keeping up. People are shifting away from the chocolates because they're so expensive, right? Kenneth says, people are already clearing the eggs out here. Went to Kroger in Memphis, Tennessee, and almost all the eggs were cleared out except for the expensive organic and grass-fed ones. Better get them ASAP. So friends, with the culling of the 5.5 million egg layers in the last couple weeks, we are on alert. This isn't a crisis yet, but we're on alert that it could become a crisis. So when you're at the store, maybe grab a couple extra weeks worth of eggs and just be safe. Better safe than sorry, right? If you experienced some pain the last time we had the egg crisis, well, take this opportunity to get a little ahead, shall we? Lord Crom says coffee, both the organic beans and Maxwell House, and strawberries all seem to be tasteless or just off. I've been drinking Maxwell since the late 1980s, and it's not the same. I switched to organic beans. One yellow bag was good. The other gray bag was not so good. Mud might have tasted better. Hopefully your coffee doesn't taste that bad. Maybe you forgot to put the cream and sugar in. I don't know. I drink it black because apparently I'm a psychopath. I don't know. That's what they say, right? CP says, I was overcharged roughly $1.60 for some bandages at Walmart. Because of hearing here that this was becoming a habit of Walmart, I took the receipt, checked the receipt, and a photo of the shelf tag to customer service. The employee gave me $5 more than what they had overcharged me. I said, no, that's too much. He said, Michigan law requires a bounty for overcharges. So if they overcharge you, they have to pay you extra, which might be a rule that should be implemented elsewhere, but we'll see. C. Smiley Pies says, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Produce continues to be sketchy at my Safeway. What is available is of poor quality and quickly turns bad after purchase. Beef, of course, is sky high, although if you time it right, you can catch some on sale. This week, chuck roast was on sale, large value pack, for $6.47 per pound. But if you don't get it, go right away, it will be sold out. At my store, it's normally around $10 a pound. Ground beef is not what it used to be, huh? Price-wise. Lady Aquamarina says, Food Lion in Outer Banks, North Carolina, got grapes last week that were marked as seedless, had seeds in them. Watch your products carefully, guys. People just don't care about their jobs anymore. Yes, this is most likely distribution and not the fault of the stores. Family Lee says, fruit. I bought some peaches at 2 different stores. The peaches looked great on the outside, but when I cut them open, there were some spots already overripe. The peaches did not have much flavor or sweetness. Also, when looking through the tomatoes, a swarm of fruit flies flew around. Now I get home and wash my fruit and vegetables right away. With all the chemicals that they're using these days, that's probably a good idea. Solotap says, this is good advice here. It may be a good idea to stock up on any hard candies you and your family like. Almost everything is imported nowadays, and after the holidays, I doubt many varieties will be left on the shelves. Plus, sweets have been an excellent trading tool for after multiple major SHTF events. It's been proven people will trade after a disaster because money has no value to them. They need stuff, right? But just like anything else, be careful. Everyone eventually craves something sweet or something you may own. So they will do what they have to fill in that need for the short term. Anyway, so if you do stockpile hard candies, just be aware of heat messes up those hard candies, right? And moisture messes up those hard candies. Now, you can actually keep hard candies really good if you just put them in the fridge. So fridge or freezer, hard candies can go in there and they'll be just fine. If you have them on the shelf, they will start getting mushy and sticky. If you ever had like Jolly Ranchers that have been sitting on the shelf for a while, you know what I'm talking about, right? Or lollipops, they get all that stringy, yucky, they started melting. Not fun at all. All right, friends, if you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold about what you can do with your retirement account, there's a link right there on the screen. Just tap it and fill out your information. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. That's usually the latest video out from this channel. Thanks so much for being a part of the Watchmen community. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.